Hi guys, how you all doing? This is the Redstone Ninja here, and today I thought to give you another little quick insight onto the map. And the first thing I like to say is that these glass blocks are completely temporary. Them are not going to be there in the finished product because I know it looks horrible, but oh well, I need them. As of yet, I still need them. In 1.8 I'll be able to get rid of them. So I'll just go into F1 mode, and obviously I know why you're all here. Yes, my map does actually have its own theme tune. Now this was surprisingly simple to make, and I'll show you that a bit later, how it works and all. But if you don't want to spoil the map, then I would highly suggest clicking off this video right now, because, you know, I'm showing you the map. Maybe you don't want to know what's on the inside, or maybe you do. Most of you probably do. Personally, I would wait for the map to be out, but for all of you that do want to watch it right now, then here you go. So if we just walk straight through here, any second now, a theme tune should come on. I'll just give you a panoramic view so you can pause the video. Also, I'm creating suspense. I'm not going to just jump straight into it. I'm going to make you wait a few seconds first. Yep, here's what it looks like from this side. Okay, let's take a look at this, or rather take a listen at this theme tune then. These blocks are temporary also. I just needed them to help me build the theme tune. Okay, that song's a bit annoying, so let's just walk away from there. It gets a bit quieter, as you can see. Right, okay. So now the song's gone away a bit. I'm going to go to science because there is actually another theme tune. This is just one of the theme tunes. There's many theme tunes, but at the moment there's only two. So I'm just going to walk over to science, and for those of you that don't want to spoil all the science, then click off the video now. You know, you might not want to spoil all of it, maybe just want to spoil a bit of it, like a teaser trailer or something, I don't know. So I'm just going to walk through here. I'm not going to show you everything, I'm just going to walk straight through. Also, you've got the changing rooms, the sports hall here. I'm not going to show you any of these rooms, not going to go there, not going to go in there. I'm just going to walk straight through. And here's science. Now, some of you may be thinking, what has he been doing? In all that time since the last video he uploaded, he's done science. Well, actually I've been doing quite a lot of redstone. I've been implementing some interactive features, and I cut out this area using MC Edit. And I built a little maze over here. Yes, it's like a hedge maze. Eventually it's going to be like a changing hedge maze that, you know, changes itself, like the Harry Potter maze from the Goblets of Fire. Sort of something like that. I'll have naughty beasties in there that try to kill you. I don't know. Ideas. Too many. So, if I just walk up these stairs here, you should see, or hear rather, that the theme tune comes on. So if I just walk up this threshold here, and it didn't work. It's not worked. Why hasn't it worked? Oh, no. Really? You're joking me. It's not worked. Guys, it's not working. You know what? I'm going to take a cut and come back once I fix this. Hopefully, very minor issue. Okay. Whew. That took a bit longer than I expected, but I believe I fixed it. It was a very simple mistake. It was just a case of typing a command wrong, you know. It was a case of typing one letter wrong. Just one letter, and it messed up the whole thing. So, hopefully this time, when I walk over this threshold here, you should hear the theme tune. Ah, there it is. I'll just climb up some more stairs. I can hear it at my desk, but you obviously can't, probably, because it's coming from my speakers to my microphone. Maybe you can't hear it. It gets louder the higher up you go. Yeah, I think you should be able to hear it by now. I've not done any of the rooms yet, as you can see, but I'll just stand here a bit so you can listen. The sound is actually coming from just in the middle there, in that open air. That's where the sound comes from. Yeah, to be honest, this song's a bit annoying too, so let's just take a cut and we'll take a look at how this actually works, shall we? Okay, so that's the effect that it creates, but how exactly does this work? Now, for all you non-map makers, this might be a tad bit confusing, but I don't know, maybe you could understand a bit of it. So here I have the two systems. This one is the one for the first one I showed you, and this one is the one for the second one I showed you. Now at the moment you can see there's a redstone block here. Just ignore that. Pretend it's not there. Okay, so the first thing we got is a clock, constantly running 4 commands. These commands are just test 4 commands. Now as you all know, there are 2 entrances and exits to science, and they are both 2 blocks wide. So I have to have 2 command blocks for one entrance and 2 command blocks for the other entrance. One for one block and one for the other block. So I have 4 in total, test 4 commands that test for the player. Then what it does, it activates an RS NOR latch. Well, it's kind of an RS NOR latch. In fact, it is, because if you look at it, this set blocks a redstone block just about here, and if you stand in any of the other positions, it's just going to set block another redstone block, which all it does is just more strongly power the redstone, which means this command here cannot be activated more than once until these redstone blocks have been deleted completely. So what is this command? This is a play sound command. It plays the sound of records.wait. This is actually one of the records that you can put in the jukebox thing, imaging, and this is its volume. Now that's very important. This determines the radius of how far the sound can be heard, and I obviously won't want it to only be in science because it's a science theme tune. So that was very important. It took me a while to test exactly how large the radius was, but there it is, 2.7 apparently, and I put it at the top floor of science, which is the Y coordinate of 99. So what happens after this? Well, when this has been triggered, this redstone torch here is going to turn off, and if this redstone torch is turned off, it's going to activate this clock, because if you turn it on, it's going to stop the clock by powering it, and if you turn it off, it's going to keep the clock running. Now here we have 2 commands being run every 3 ticks. Because this is a 3-tick clock, we've got a 2-tick repeater plus a torch, which equals 1 tick. So that's 3-tick clock. So every 3 ticks, this command is being run. Now, for those of you that don't know what the /scoreboard command is, it basically allows you to create variables. And I've created a variable called clock_1. I could have named it anything I want, but I called it clock_1. And this command adds exactly 1 to my score of clock_1. Every 3 ticks. So from that I can create a very, very, very large clock. So what I've got here is a test for command that tests for my clock_1 score being 1000. So that's every 3 ticks this is being activated, which means it's going to take 3000 ticks for this to be activated, which is roughly 5 minutes, I think. That's the 5-minute clock in this many blocks. So when this statement is true, it's going to run this comparator, which is going to activate these 5 commands. Now first of all, it's going to reset my clock score to 0 so that the clock can be run more than once. And then what it's going to do, it's going to do a bunch of set block commands, which basically delete all these and make it possible for the song to be played again. Because what I don't want is for the song to be played twice. Have you ever played a song twice, both at the same time? It's horrible, trust me. In fact, I'll do it here. Or should I? Tell you what I'll do, right? I'll give you a quick demonstration of what this could sound like if something goes wrong with it. Right, okay. If I do /tp at p tilde 200 2000 20,000 tilde. So just so that I'm way far away, because I don't want to have to hear this ever again. Then I do /play sound records.wait at p with a volume of I'll just leave that. Okay, so there's the song. I'll turn it up a bit. And now listen to what happens if I play it twice. Play it twice. Actually, that's not too bad. What happens if I put a third one in the mix? which could happen if this goes wrong. The fourth one. Haha. Okay, now I think I broke it. I'm gonna head back. Right, okay, that's enough of that nonsense. So yeah, this could sound horrible if I get it wrong. So what I've done is, I've created an RS NOR latch, which means that it can only be activated once, and this clock is still ticking away, which means that the song should still be on. And when the song turns off, it's going to delete all these redstone blocks. Now, there isn't any at the moment, but just pretend there is. It's going to delete all of them. Obviously, if there's no redstone block there, then there's no redstone block to be deleted in the first place. And when they've all been deleted, that means that this redstone is going to turn off. And that's going to turn on this torch, which will stop the clock. It's going to stop the clock from doing anything else. And it also means that these commands up here can once again be activated. But there is one downside to this. This means that if you stay in science for ages, like I mean ages, and wait for the song to finish, the song's not going to start again until you exit science and come back in again. That's the only flaw. But there is, I think it's a pretty neat design. Now this one's even simpler, because instead of doing the entrances and exits, I did a radius, which was really easy. I just said specific coordinates. If the player is in these coordinates with a radius of 30 blocks, so 30 blocks in any direction of these coordinates, then it's going to activate the RS NOR latch, it's going to play the record, it's going to run the clock, which is of course another massive timer. And then when the clock's activated, it's going to reset the clock and then reset the RS NOR latch. And when the RS NOR latch is reset, that means the song can be played again. And that one's even simpler, as you can see. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. If you liked, then like. If you have any suggestions for the map, then comment. And if you really want to, then subscribe. But apart from that, this has been the Redstone Ninja, and my work is done here.